and a half ago.
Mhm.
And at that open house, I met a neighbor in the community that was thinking of selling and also purchasing a home. And so I set a listing appointment, and then on Saturday took the listing. And so they're gonna do a list buy. That was an open house thing.
Like, will you run quick on the microphone, because I'm not gonna run today. Because I think everybody, including everyone on Zoom land, needs to hear that win. That's a big one. We recently had our training on the open house playbook. Talked about this as a strategy for securing future business and specifically for listings. And Coco, as always, is a poster child for how this works. So Coco, will you repeat your win?
Sure. So a week and a half ago, had an open house in this townhome community in West Valley. At the open house, we had 5 families come through, 5 different groups. I got 2 different leads. One was a buyer lead, and then this other one was a neighbor, and he was thinking of listing his home in the, same townhome community. And so I set an appointment with him, and then last Saturday, met with him and took his listing.
Huge. So a couple things on that. Number one, the way to execute. Number two, I love the fact that you had 5 groups come through. And from that, you still pulled your 2 leads and took an appointment and took a listing. I think sometimes we get caught up in this idea that if we don't have 50 people, 50 groups come through the open house was not a success. I genuinely don't care about more than 2 groups coming through, as long as those 2 groups are somebody that I can work with. Congratulations, well done. All right, let's take one more win for the week.
Kind of hard after that.
She did get the bar high. All right, for our second win, then I just want to acknowledge Adam Plava, who is our agent of the month last month, and who just held his first client seminar. I challenged Adam to take on holding some wealth building seminars, particularly for a young professionals group, and he was really super excited about it because that just like slides right into his personality type. Adam, will you share just a little bit about how that went and what kind of your thoughts are for your next one?
Sure. Yeah, like Robin said, I was pretty nervous about doing it. I'm pretty introvert person, but I teamed up with Ross from Cross Country. He's really well spoken and shares the passion that I have for just talking about wealth creation through real estate. So, I kind of hosted the class, he put it on and shared, their presentation that they have. So, started just inviting a lot of my friends, and SOI had about 9 or 10 people there. Couple people, I think we'll end up getting deals with this year. A couple friends who were saying, they want to invest in real estate for the next couple of months for their first home or invest in properties. So overall, good turnout on that. It's a big event. And then got some good feedback about some future events, whether it's a similar topic or another topic, just come pretty well for real estate.
That's great. And what I love about what Adam is focusing on with this is that this is messaging for the moment for his specific clientele. And so really looking to see, do you work primarily with first-time home buyers? If so, what's the message that they need to hear and what's the format they want to hear it in? Or do you have a group that's maybe more interested in wealth building? What's the investment message that you can share with them? Who can you partner with to bring that? The commercial space. There are so many different messages that you can bring in. I think we get sort of limited in what we think we can share. But 9 to 10 people in a room, you were able to have an in-depth, high-level conversation with. That would be so much harder to have accomplished if you were just doing this in one-on-one appointments. It can be a little awkward to say, hey, do you want to go to coffee? And I'm going to share with you all of the opportunities in wealth building. But hey, I'm having a mastermind, I'm having a workshop, I'm hosting a class, I'd love for you to come and participate. Then kind of opens up the model for them to be able to sit down and really get to know more about it. So great job. All right. So let's bring up Ben Beasley. He's our commercial partner and sharing a commercial moment today.
Oh, you guys should come too.
I know.
I don't know April's last name. Okay. Hey, so there was kind of a big aha when I got up here last time. And before we get into it, I guess I'm going to introduce. So we just hired a new admin for our team. This is April. Where do you come from? No, Twice.
I just came from an ad agency up in Sugarhouse.
Okay. So she's handling all of our marketing and advertising for our commercial listings, and we're putting up a bunch of commercial listings, but there was a big aha for me. Last time I was up here, and so this is what I'm asking is with all of you guys. Ashley Lindsay kind of gave the big aha at that moment. She said, hey, look, whenever I have people ask if I'm in commercial real estate, I say, yeah, I've got a partner that handles all the commercial stuff. So if you guys are prospecting on a daily basis, I would encourage you to also add just one line at the end of your prospecting and saying, hey, if you guys have commercial needs, just so you know, we also do commercial, and then pull out your phone and put my contact information in your phone. So my contact information's up there. It's 801-898-3166. You can text me at any time. You can start joint text. So Ashley Lindsay does this with me all the time, where I'm fielding questions and answers for her clients, whether it's from small little daycares to spas to, I think the last gal was looking to do an esthetician business. And I'm answering and fielding questions all the time, crazy hours. Last time I did it, I was in Mexico and I was responding to a gal. So that is the first thing. The second thing is, if you're not prospecting on a daily basis, we're inviting you guys to come out and prospect with us. So on June 16th at 9 o'clock, 15th at 9 o'clock, we're prospecting. We'll give you a couple of real quick, easy add-on sentences you can add at the end of your script as you're getting ready to let your prospects go, to basically tell them, hey, we also handle commercial. We can handle all of your commercial needs. That's big. If you guys have got clients in your database that are small business owners, that is a gold mine, because small business owners become medium-sized business owners, and along the way, they're selling and buying multiple properties. So would love to invite you guys. I'm going to pass this around. If you don't want to come, that's fine. If you're
It's big.
oh yeah, we're providing you breakfast, so if you don't want to come, that's fine. We're gonna pass this around, sign up, I'll be there hammering away on the phone as well. You can listen to what I talk to people about as I'm prospecting.
Will you tell me your number?
801-898-3166. Program me in your phone as Ben Beasley Commercial. And then you can start group chats if you ever get prospects that are asking questions.
We'll leave this sign up sheet at the front desk with Lake too, so.
That
Do
is-
you guys want
You can sign up at the front desk. We'll also include a digital version in the recap email. One of the opportunities to really look for, and thank you so
Thanks,
much. Give them a round of applause. One of the opportunities to look for in a compressed market where it is somewhat more difficult to convert leads into clients. Trying to by a raise of hands, anyone who's been in real estate for longer than a year, has it been a little bit harder to convert deals? Y'all, I should see way more hands. I know what you have closed, it's all right. Fully open books company. So in a market where it is harder to close deals, one opportunity is to go deeper with the deals and the clients that you do have. So if you look at adding on a commercial value proposition in your conversations, if 1 out of 4 clients that you're talking to has some type of commercial need, you could be doing an extra 25% in your commissions on 1 out of 4 deals. That absolutely has a compound effect. So if you're not having those conversations now, if you have business owners, small business owners, like Ben said, daycares, as well as larger business owners, this is a real opportunity. Also, if you don't know if you have business owners in your database right now, that's an opportunity as well. Start having conversations about what they do for a living so that you can connect them with resources that are valuable to them.
Just to add on to that, so it's a real simple, super easy script, especially if they are, a small business owner, contractor, what have you. You're asking, I mean, legitimately, you should be asking, hey, how's business? How's it going? Are you guys up? Are you guys down? Are you growing? Are you guys shrinking? And then the next question is how's the space you guys are in? How does that work? Right? So now you're 2 questions into a really genuine dialogue. And that builds a stronger relationship down the road. The third question is look, if you guys were going to grow and grow bigger, is that space work for you? Because by the way, just so you know, we do commercial as well. And it's super simple. So I'll invite you guys again to come prospect with us. It's gonna be on the 15th at 9 o'clock. But that's 3 simple questions that's gonna lead to a much broader dialogue. And if you're able to talk to that intelligently, you're gonna have their business all day, every day.
Okay,
And
thank
you
you.
build your referral business, 25% for a couple extra questions while you're prospecting anyway. So we've seen a lot of agents make really good money with just referring commercial clients.
Well, thank you, and thank you for the resource that you are at all that you do. One more round of applause. All right, and then if we can bring up Terry for our coaching moment.
Hi, guys. So my name is Terry Scheitower, and some of you guys know me, some of you don't. So I have recently joined Nick Gonzalez for the productivity coaching group. So a little experience about me. I've been in the business since 2003. I've been a broker since 2006. So yes, do the math. It's very. I have been in coaching since 2016, probably. And recently the assistant team leader over at the South Valley office. So now I will be doing this full time. So really just wanted to reiterate the fact that if you're a newer agent or you're just trying to get back into production or need a little help, we are here to help you. So we do group coachings every single week, classes, one-on-ones, via Zoom or in person, whichever is most convenient for you guys. So if you have an interest, there is a QR code right here if you want to just set up a one-to-one with either one of us. Just to see if coaching might be a good fit for you, so. I'll be here a couple days a week, so you guys will start to see my face.
And Terry, will you give just real high level, what is our productivity coaching program? Who is it for? Who should be considering?
Anybody who's looking to increase their production, so anybody who's maybe a little bit stagnant, newer, really it's just somebody to kind of guide you, mentor you through a few deals, so. Yeah, I'd say it's really for anyone.
Take a picture of the QR code. Thank you for being here. So Thursday, we have our mastery training, how to generate $144,000 in GCI from your own database. This is being presented by Kimber Walton and Josh Stern. Josh will be presenting the strategy, and if you know Josh, you know this is proven strategy that he has been able to execute on time and time again, both in his own business and in the businesses that he coaches. And then Kimber will be providing the kind of tech and marketing support to the strategy. So when you have a great idea and then look at it and say, well, that's wonderful, but now I have to design a piece, figure out how I load this piece, who do I send it out to, when do I send it out? She's going to make all of that plug and play for you. So if you would like to earn an additional $144,000 in commissions, we will look forward to seeing you all on Thursday. That's 1 hour, and it is available on Zoom as well. We also have our luxury mastermind this week. Very excited about this one. Rachel Ray Eliason, who is 2 years running now, our #1 luxury agent for this market center. So graciously produces and promotes these masterminds once a quarter. This mastermind is focused on luxury construction, and we have Scott Dent, is that correct? From Dent Construction, who's going to be sharing information about what you should be looking for in luxury construction, the new trends that are coming into place, as well as how to talk to your clients about this. Anything I'm missing on that?
And he's also the head or the president of the Utah County Association Builder. So he's very much in the know of what's going on with our building construction. And this home is an award-winning, it was the Builder's Choice Award for new construction. So it should be a beautiful home, and we're getting a lot of good information.
So just to recap, in case you couldn't hear her on Zoom, this home is the Builder's Choice Award for, say again, Builder's Choice Award
Builder's Choice Award for best layout.
for best layout. Scott Dent is the, you can't have the mic, just like, I'm not.
So Scott Dent is Utah County Home Builders Association president. And so he is going to actually take us through this luxury home and point out outside the walls, inside the walls, what should be and constitutes as a luxury home. So it's an education. We've had a lot of our luxury agents want more education so that we can have the verbiage and the dialogue with our clients on what is current and what is expected in luxury. So this one's a full education.
And that is on Wednesday. Make sure that you RSVP if you're planning to attend that. And if you've got questions, you can reach out to Rachel, reach out to us. Rachel, thank you so much for putting these together. And then coming up May 22nd, we have the Influence Her event. This is going to be our quarterly retreat happening at the Moose Lodge in Heber City. Elizabeth Smart is the keynote speaker. We also have a speaker that is she's a trauma therapist talking about coping mechanisms and how to create more flexibility in your thinking and your life. As well as Jennifer Martindale, who is Director of Organizational Change Management, and is going to be going through how to move through management strategies, create buy-in, challenge assumptions, and improve processes. So I love that we have some non-real estate speakers, and that was one of the requests that's come through from this group, is extending their skill set in all aspects of business and life. If you do not yet have your ticket, this is a $300 one-day event. We do have a discount code, I believe, still available for $250. So if you need that code, come see me. Golf tournament. Sherry, want to grab the mic real quick? So June 16th, we will have our KW Cares Golf Tournament. Sherry is overseeing this event along with Nick Capavella. So Sherry, you want to share a little information?
Hey guys, good morning. This golf tournament is for charity. Obviously, all the money will go to our KW Cares here at our office. So I feel like it's a great opportunity for us to build ours for our people. So it's a 4-person scramble. It can be all men, all women, mixed, doesn't matter. Also, it's a shotgun start at 7:30 in the morning, so you would need to be there by 7 at least. And it's at South Mountain Golf Course. It's up there, not too far away. There's sign-in, there'll be tons of giveaways. Lunch, we're serving lunch. It comes with a few raffle tickets, but then they have tons of raffle tickets for sale, which is awesome because the prizes that we're getting put together are amazing. So, and the tickets, I believe, are Nick, $5, and so like $5 each, and then they're like 4 for 20 and 30 for 50 or something like that. I'll send out all that information, but we only have probably half of the team so far, so we still have half open. So more people, if you're a single player, let us know, because we still have a couple of people that want to join a team. It doesn't have to be all real estate agents. You can call your brother, your sister, your dad, or your best friend, and they can be on your team. You just need to call and pay, and that reserves your spots. Or not call and pay, but there's a Venmo on the bottom of all the flyers and the emails. If not, text myself or Jess, and she'll send it to you. And then if you guys know any vendors, we still have spots open for full sponsorship. And so it's $350 for a par 4 or par 5, and $500 for a par 3. That's because they get more time with the clients. I think that's all. It's going to be super fun. I've done a couple of golf tournaments in the past, and it is always such a good day, and marketing and what's that other word? Networking, that big word. Networking is huge. It's huge. So let me know if you have any questions.
Perfect. Sherry, thank you for putting this together. And KW Cares, for anyone here who's not familiar, we have 2 sort of branches of our KW Cares accounts. One is at a national level, and this is something that agents contribute to, so that if any KW agent, staff member, or a member of their immediate family goes through a time of need, there are grants available through KW Cares to take care of them. So this is a way that we take care of one another. I really love the way that we are able to serve other agents within our community through that organization. Then at the local level, we have an account that's exactly the same. And this is designed for times when our agents, their immediate family members, may be going through some type of a struggle. We have been able to help with urgent medical issues, times that someone has needed some assistance with groceries. As well as when there's been like a disaster with someone's home. So this is a way again that we take care of one another. So it's fun golf for a great cause. And thank you to everyone who contributes to KW Cares in any capacity. I really appreciate it. All right, quick plug for our next client appreciation event. This is going to be June 26th, 4 to 9 p.m. at Splash Summit, which is in North Provo, and it's going to be $7 per ticket. So there's a few suggestions that have come out. I really like the idea of contacting your clients, letting them know that you have X number of tickets for them, and then giving them the opportunity to buy additional tickets at this discounted rate if they choose. That will keep you from covering an entire family and their extended family and extended family. And as you invite them to this event, but definitely take advantage of all of the work that the Client Appreciation Events Committee puts into putting on these events so that you don't have to.
Hey, Robin, I was just gonna say, are we using script?
No, we are not.
What are we using?
Conversation.
The conversation
In a very TCPA compliant and friendly way.
that I've been using is like, hey, I've got discount. I'm being cheap because I can't afford right now to pay for clients, but I'm like, I've got discount tickets. And then when I told them the price, they're like, holy cow, like they sell themselves. Like, so if you are worried about like covering any of them, like just tell your clients $7 for a kid to go to like this water park is so cheap. So like it's a super easy conversation.
Love that.
Are there graphics available already for that? So we can like.
Do we have graphics?
That's the only graphic I have.
Yeah, so I think this graphic works for it. We'll make sure that when we send out the recap email, there's something that you can just save it. Any other questions? All right, well, thank you to everyone that participated in this year's Red Day, and a huge thank you to Ricky Aladrisi for coordinating that as our Red Day and KW Cares chair. Let's give Ricky a huge round of applause.
So many people made that happen.
No.
It wasn't.
These events never happen on the back of just one person, at least they don't happen well on the back of one person, but it does take one person to oversee it. So Ricky, thank you for your work with that. This year we did do our Red Day projects to support the Granite Education Foundation. 54% of Granite students are at or below poverty level. 3 out of 5, which represents more than 41,000 kids, are food insecure. 41,000 food insecure kids in our backyard. 70% of Utah refugees live within the district. And so for our project this year, one of the groups went to the Granite Education Foundation Food Distribution Center. We put together student weekend kits that are used to help those food insecure children bridge the gap between when school gets out and when it's back in on Monday, since for a lot of them, that's where they're getting their 3 square meals a day. We worked together to help with the teacher appreciation fair that was happening the next day, and then also put together 1,300 backpacks. I'll check my math on that. I think it was 1,300 backpacks that were put together that will be distributed to kids so that they have the essential supplies. And then Saber was with the group at the refugee center. So Saber, do you want to talk a little bit about what you did with them?
Yeah,
Hello.
I was lucky enough, I feel very fortunate that I got to go there. It was amazing. There's 4 Connex trailers type thing that is the refugee center. One of them was full of diapers. A 10-year-old girl did a diaper drive, so we got to go in and organize and label all of those diapers. And then make 10 or 12 of these type of tables that they'll use for classes. What happens is a refugee comes, they talk to Utah Workforce Services or the Utah government. They get a voucher to come to this refugee center and get items that are not covered by food stamps. Diapers, cleaning supplies, and paper products. So as we were there, they said that 150 to 200 families came through in the 2.5 hours we were there building tables and organizing a diaper room. So it's amazing what they do. One of the really cool things that I thought is instead of Americanizing the refugees when they come here and giving them a Jello party, they invite refugees to host their own party. So there's a Sudanese dance next weekend so that other refugees can learn about the Sudanese culture. There's a goat farm gathering on the 21st. I brought the paperwork with us. They always are in need of laundry soap, cleaning supplies, diapers, if you want to ever do a drive. Or donate. It's really cool. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't just me. Like it.
You mention it and it just appears. That's the magic of it. So thank you again to all of you who participated, who donated, and then who came to the after party and sang some pretty great karaoke. It was, I know there's a video out there and I will track it down if you post it. So, oh, right on. All right, so a huge thank you to all of you who made Red Day happen. And then if you want to continue to support these organizations, there are ways for you to get involved. So that information will be in the recap as well. Again, round of applause for all of our. All right, welcome to our newest team to join KW Utah Realtors, the Utah CASA Group. They just joined us from Century 21 Everest. You may have seen them getting their office set up. They're in our west wing, right across from Brad Hansen and the Gee Group there. They are a bilingual and multi-service team with the mission to empower part of the American dream here in Utah, one CASA at a time. Just really love that mission. And if I can get Yari to come up and just introduce your team and tell us a little bit about you.
Absolutely. Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. Buenos dias. Yeah, someone knows Spanish. Huh? Buenos dias. My name is Yadid Vasquez. I'd like to introduce Alex right here. We can just take a stand. This is Alex. This is Edgar over here. Tamina is not here. Tamina is not here. She is sick. But we're excited to be here, make this change. We're a newer team. We've been agents for some time. Some of us are newer, but we are a newer team, and we are purpose driven more than anything. You know, I think when people start teams, usually it's for different reasons and causes, and I really feel that our mission is just to be another resource, but really to be a difference, especially for the Latino and Hispanic community. A fun fact. A lot of you may know this, but 50% of homeownership last year was bought by Latinos, by Hispanics in the US. And it's expected to go up to 70% in the next 20 years. So if you don't know Spanish, you're missing out.
But you have a great referral part.
But if you don't want to deal with the whole Spanish language thing, we're here to help you and help your clients, of course. But yeah, we're all Latinos, we're all hybrids. That's what we consider ourselves. English, Spanish, best of both worlds. And we are very excited to become part of the KW family and learn everything that you guys are offering to the community we serve. So thank you.
We're just thrilled to have you as a part of our market center and excited to work with you moving forward and to see the amazing things that you create. And they really are, if you've not done a transaction with someone on this team, got a lot to look forward to with that. They're truly a group of professionals. All right, April Production Awards. Blake just wandered away. Blake, can you?
Find someone to take pictures.
You're not that someone?
Well, do you want me to do certificates or pictures? I cannot do both.
It's a great point. Great. Do you want to go to certificates?
Okay.
Actually, will you do pictures of like? Yeah. We found Saber, she was heading.
Rude.
All right, so when I call your name, if you are here, if you're in Zoom land, just know that we're cheering for you. If you are here in person, please grab your certificate from Blake and then please snap your picture with Terry. I won't stop the meeting as we go, but I do know those of you who are here, and if I don't see you get your picture taken with your award, I will hunt you down. We're
By
clear?
the KW sign back there. Please.
Thank you. All right, so first off, we have our Capper Club. Congratulations to David Gomez and Maria Sanchez, as well as Amy Moreno. They have both achieved their cap again, which means that they will be at 100% for the rest of the year. One thing to just mention, David Gomez and Maria Sanchez are in that picture together, not only because they just make a great team and they look so cute together, but they capped at the same time because one of the benefits of Keller Williams is that spouses do get to share a cap. They share a cap and they share a royalty. So if you have a significant other who gets into real estate, make sure that we talk about that and that you're taking advantage of that value. But congratulations to our cappers from the month of April. All right, and then first listings, certainly not in their career, but in the time that they have joined KW. So Mary Notham and Karen Hansen, who joined us in March, had their first listings in April. And then you'll see Mary also had her first closing in April. Congratulations also to Kent Nunley, Nelson Befante, and Shyla Day, who all had their first closings with KW in April. Moving on to our top listing awards. So top listings for individual agents. We have Dana Conway, Joanne Anderson, and Haley Johnson. Congratulations. And is this your first time in the top 3 for listings?
Yeah.
Let's give Haley one more round of applause. Or in your second year of real estate and in very esteemed company, so well done. And then for groups and teams, so for teams, we have Cockabella Real Estate, Rooted and Company, and the Burnside team. Again, because Cameron's not here, I'm sorry. I did see you hiding. And then for groups, we have Bustos Real Estate had 9 listings in the month of April, and Gamboa Group had 5 in the month of April. Congratulations. All right, top closing awards. So Dana Conway, Joanne Anderson, and Hannah Barker on this one are our top 3 closers. Then for teams, we have David Gomez and Maria Sanchez for our number 1 closers. And then it looks like we've got a 3-way tie for second and third between Cockabella Real Estate, the Joe Reardon team, and the Burnside team. And then leading the closings for groups, Bustos Real Estate had 9 transactions closed, and Gamboa Group had 6 closed. KW Latino had 4 closed. Congratulations to our group. And then $1 Million Month. Thank you to all of you who had a $1 Million Month in the first quarter and joined us for our last $1 Million Month mastermind. It's a great conversation. I loved hearing about the wins and what's working in your business, as well as digging through the stats and deciphering how you're going to share that with your clients and create the most powerful message. Our $1 Million Month award winners for the month of April, Dana Conway, Joanne Anderson, Tina Barker, and Molly Riley all had a month that they closed more than $1 million. And then for teams, we have the David Gomez team, Joe Reardon team, Burnside team, Hanson team, Search Utah Homes, and Cockabella Real Estate, all with $1 Million Months.
I have gotten my steps already.
There you go. And then $1 Million Month for groups, Bustos Real Estate, Gamboa Group, and KW Latino all had $1 Million Months. And our top 3 by volume for April, Bustos Real Estate was number 1 with $4,356,500 in closed real estate. Congratulations. Dana Conway as a solo agent, no team, no staff, was $2,480,000. So let's clap it up real loud. Gamboa Group was at $2,452,000. Congratulations to Gamboa. All right, coming soon and just listed. Any listings coming up, not yet on market? Not yet on market. Uh-huh. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. Raise your hand if you've got a listing.
I didn't guys. Oh, no, I have the mic. I had to talk, Rich. Got a listing going live, what?
Mine's cuter.
Ew, no, it's not. I got a listing in North Ogden. It's going live Thursday afternoon. It's 355,000. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath, solar panels, but they will be paid off. So, yeah.
Excellent. Now you have to run the mic to everyone else with the listing. That's what
I'm
you're
gonna throw this.
I have
Save best for last.
I have a listing coming up in the month, it is in Eagle Mountain, it's 5-bedroom, 3-bath. It is on a 0.3 acre, and let's see, it's finished basement. It's beautiful, it's gonna be 650.
Excellent. Rachel, Shantae. Go.
I have an exciting listing. It's beautiful. It's in the 9th and 9th area, actually very close to the whale, if anybody knows about the whale, 9th and 9th. It's an arts and crafts bungalow that is perfection. Has city views, mountain views, the landscaping is gorgeous. She's done immaculate work restoring the original hardwoods, which are thick maple flooring, all of the gum wood, the doors are original, the moldings are original. Has an upstairs that feels like you're in their master's owner's suite with like a tree house. It's gorgeous. It has a beautiful deck off the back with city views. You're 2 blocks from all of 9th and 9th, and it has a large yard that does have plans for an ADU. So if you wanted to add one in, there's room for that as well. I have another listing that I'll be listed at the end of the month. It's in Neil Crest. It's gonna be a great 4-bedroom, 2-bath, new 2-car garage, nice sized yard. It's one of the larger lots in the area. And it'll be $775.
Excellent. I think Coco's got one.
Balmoral Townhome, West Valley, right off Mountain View corridor, 1,700 square feet, 3-bed, 3-bath. 357.
When is that going on?
June 1st.
Thank you. And then Shantae.
We got one coming Thursday, and it's just right up the street, cute little 1-bed, 1-bath, and just got staged, so we are looking forward to that, probably in the mid-2s.
Going once, going twice. Greg.
3-bedroom. Hey. Okay, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, townhouse in Mern. Just go over 1,700, give or take 3, and should be up this week. That's our goal.
All right. Going once, going twice, 3 times sold. All right, so congratulations to all of those who had listings go on market this week. The Key Group has one on Village Point Way in Sandy. That's listed at $725. Frost Real Estate has one on Heatherfield in Lehigh, listed at $649. AB Moreno with Bustos Real Estate has one in Murray. This is land listed at $350. Looks like 0.34 acre lot. Joe Reardon Team has a new listing on Ramona. That is listed at $650. Super cute.
What east on Ramona?
What's that?
What east?
Ramona, it is 361 East, 1940 South, 361 East. So see Ricky, if you've got questions on that one. Gary Sundwall with Bustos Real Estate has a new land listing at $74,999. And Gary Sundwall with Bustos Real Estate also has a new listing in West Valley, a multi-level home there listed at $350. Congratulations to all of you. This is the last week of our spring listing contest. It's been a tight race between several teams and a lot of fun to watch you surpass each other in points. So for this week, our listing leader, we had a three-way tie for listings taken. Purple shoes, yellow thimble, and black hats. Congratulations to all of you. More time and some ability, I would have put together a mashup of your three theme songs, but you'll just have to look on that one in your head. And then our week 5 point leader was the black hats. Congratulations. Holding on to that points lead. Then our team to beat as far as points leaders. So for the contest overall so far, Black Hat is holding on to their lead. I've got to tell you, if you are on blue ships, you are just right at their heels. So this is the week to push hard. But congratulations to the Black Hats for holding on. And then our team to beat for listings, most listings so far taken in the contest period is the Purple Shoes. I think they pushed ahead last week and how long took it to. So in this last week, in addition to the normal points that are being awarded, one's ready so you know what to be focused on. Any open house held is an additional 100 points. You'll get the normal points that are assigned to you through the contest, but an additional 100 points. 500 points for any team that has someone on the team who has never taken a listing that goes on a listing appointment. So every team that's in this contest has at least one agent that has never listed a property. So find out who that is for your team, because if you get them out on a listing appointment, that is 500 points for your team. And then any team that has 100% of their team turn in their numbers by end of day on Monday, it's an additional 500 points. All right.
Wait, what day are the last week of points due? What day?
Monday.
Tuesday, yep.
Tuesday points just genuinely will not be counted. We're gonna wrap it up on Monday. Tuesday morning, we'll be doing the slides and putting together the prizes. And so if you turn them in Tuesday, we will not even see. You will still get the benefit of the listings or whatever you did. That's great, but you will not get them. All right. It's like exercising without wearing your watch. Like it's just no cut it. Yeah. You're exercising.
It's like taking or going to the gym, not taking a selfie.
Yeah.
You
Can
actually
it even happen? All right, well, we have a group of power moms at our brokerage that were gracious enough to agree to come and share some of what's created their success and what's working for them in their business. And we thought in honor of Mother's Day this last weekend, this would be the perfect group to hear from today. So can I get my power moms to come up? We've got Annie Seal, Rachel Ray Eliason, Coco Zuniga, and Champagne Johnson. With Harper signing up here. All right, come on. Let's get them a couple of microphones. So really quickly, as you get settled, will you just share will you just quickly share how many kids you have, their ages now, and then how long you've been in real estate?
I have 2 boys. They are 21 and 23. And the end of the year will be my 30th year in real estate. I'm sorry, how many? 30.
She's an embryo for the first period.
I've got 3 kids. My daughter is 20. I have a son that is 16 and another son that's 12. And I've been in real estate for 24 years.
I have 2 kiddos. My daughter she just turned 15. My son will be 13 in a couple weeks. And I've been in real estate for 6 years.
I have 1 biological son who is 16. I have a bonus son who is almost 17. And I have a bonus daughter who just turned 13. And I have been back in real estate around 2 full time since 20. So what have been that?
And so Shante, since you have the mic, let's start with you. As a mom and a business leader, what's the most significant challenge that you faced? In sort of integrating those two parts of your world?
I would say just trying to always find balance is always the hardest, to feel like I'm spreading my time evenly between my 3 children and my career, and just making everybody feel important. And also teaching my children, while mom has to be away sometimes, that it's for their benefit, and teaching them how to work hard. So it's just a really
Delicate balance is fair. What are some of the things that you have done that you feel like work in teaching your children why it is that you're working hard, why it is that you have energy and focused in other areas?
That's a great question. And if you can help me teach my kids that. As I explained to my 16-year-old that he owes me $300 because he's been spending it on food, and that was for gas money. So I would just, I just let them know when I am able to make their basketball games, their performances, baseball games, that, my job is allowing me the choice to be there, and that I'm not working for someone who's requiring me to punch in. And when they think that money grows on trees, which is crazy that they actually think that, I'm not sure where I gave them that impression. That somebody has to work to make the ends meet, and I'm trying to give them a better life. Did I answer your question?
Okay, you're undoubtedly busy. How do you take care of yourself in all of that? I know you take care of your kids and your business, and we've seen the results of that, but what is it that you focus on that allows you to take care of yourself so you can continue to do that and really protect your mental health?
So I do make time for myself. I have learned through these years that if I can't take care of myself, then I can't take care of the others around me, especially my clients, my team, my kiddos. So I schedule time to get my nails done. I have a fabulous hair girl. She does an amazing scalp massage. It's something that I look forward to. I schedule time for massages, and I schedule me time. And I think it's so important because we have to take care of ourselves.
That's right. Do you ever deal with feelings of guilt around taking time to do that? And if so, how would you handle that?
I think I did more so at the beginning. Now I don't feel guilty at all. More so at the beginning, but I've learned that I have to, like, in order to continue to be successful, I have to do that because it's such an important aspect of, being a powerful businesswoman and mom. It's pertinent.
I mean, what example do you think your children have had in watching you grow and run your business? What are the lessons that they have learned from you that they wouldn't have if you weren't doing a successful real estate?
I think that they've learned probably more through watching the investment side and me including them through that process. A couple of years ago, I did a flip with my 9-year-old, and he gained a ton of knowledge and experience through that. And then just more recently this spring, my 16-year-old expressed interest in doing the same. And we went out and found property and successfully flipped that quickly and turned around and did it again within a 6-week period. So through taking action, rather than just trying to teach them through words and then watching me, trying to create opportunities for them to be involved in the process. I feel like they'll learn much more through being involved.
Will you share just a little bit about that? I love that story about you doing a flip with your 9-year-old. Will you share just a little bit about what that looks like, how you handle that?
Yeah. So it was searching for a property, trying to find something off market. teaching him about, trying to find someone that's motivated, negotiating a good deal, going over the numbers, and then, fixing up the property after we got it, after we closed on it. Just doing, a light cosmetic. This was a condo. It was very manageable, something that we could do, fairly quickly. He invested $1,000 of his own money that he had saved up throughout his life, and in a matter of a few weeks, we closed and he made 19%. So for him, that was huge. He made $190 on this investment. And, all along the way, he was, he'd come home and say, has the appraiser been out yet? He wasn't doing this on his own. The first, the firsthand experience is just like huge.
That's incredible. And I think that has to have changed his perspective on watching you operate in your business after going through that. I mean, in the same way that I think I have never looked at my role as an agent the same way as I did after going through buying and selling a house on my own and experiencing those stresses and joys. And I think it has to be the same for him, that going through and experiencing some of that, he looks at what it is to do.
Yeah, he actually just finished his first podcast. He's making a podcast about real estate, so it's fun. It's really fun.
Rachel, you've had a long career. We've established that started this when you were like 10.
Yeah, so age is her son.
Was your first one? And so your kids have gone through different stages and different chapters. Your career has gone through different stages and chapters. Share a little bit, if you will, how you sort of navigated that and how maybe the needs, your needs changed and how you adjusted your business to match that changing dynamic.
So I started in real estate, of course, before I had the two boys, and it has continually changed, grown. Basically, I didn't want to give up any of the time with my children or not succeed in life with work. So I took the philosophy of doing whatever it takes, whenever it takes. Meaning we were watching some old video and my boys were little, maybe 4, 6, 3, 5. We're at a skate park and my little one took the video camera and he's watching me make phone calls from the skate park. Or, I pull over while we're mountain biking or skiing, whatever, just whatever it took to get the job done. So it has evolved from working around nap time, or once they both were able to be in school, after I walked them to school, I would come home and I would bust my hump from the 9 a.m. to the 3 p.m. pickup, because then I wanted to do the soccer coach or take them to their ski lessons or whatever we were up to at that time in their life. I didn't want to miss out on that, but I also really love my career. And so so when someone asks, what is your typical day? My day has always been changing according to my schedule with my children. Now that they are grown, I certainly have a lot more time. So that's why I do student in the office or doing the mastermind. So it's allowed me to continue to grow in being a mom and then also being a businesswoman. And what I loved about real estate, this is a little off topic, but what I loved about real estate, there is a place for any part of your life if you're willing to work early. Like I would get up and work before the boys would get up, before breakfast and walking them to school. Or if it was nap time, or if it was the 9 to 3 that they're in school, or between going to see my son play lacrosse in college, like I'd work on the plane or I'd work in the hotel room, whatever it took. Because I didn't want to miss out, because that is a short period of life that feels very long. But I will tell, one thing you men probably won't get to experience is learning how to negotiate with baby cute running down your chest. So if you can negotiate and learn those skills, you really can use to your benefit. So my life has adjusted according to my schedule with my children, because I did not want to miss out on that. That was a very important part of life. And also making money is a very important life. So I just learned to do whatever it took.
I mean, it sounds like you had a clear enough why. And I think when we have a clear enough why, we can do whatever it takes. And if you're having a hard time doing whatever it takes, maybe check into what your why is. I'd love to just ask all of you, the model for a successful real estate business is listings, liens, leverage, right? And that leverage piece is critical to have in your business, and it's critical to also have leverage in your home. And I think this is true if you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you're a single person that just wants to have any type of quality of life outside of work, that leverage piece is important. What are the ways that you have created leverage in your home to allow you to be here and doing what you need to do? And conversely, what's the leverage that you've had built into your business to allow you to be home and have that balance?
I can start. The two things that I have in my home would be, I have someone that comes twice a month to clean. That was a big one for me. For many years, I tried doing it all, and then I would just be bitter. So, I'm not very good at being sad or bitter, so it didn't work out really well. And then I also had someone start taking care of the lawn. So I found that when I actually had downtime, it was downtime. It wasn't me spending the next 5-6 hours cleaning and doing the lawn. And then as far as business, I, for probably the majority of my career, had a transaction coordinator. That's a big one for me. I don't want to check all the, make sure everything's, I actually do, I'm pretty analytical, but I found someone that I could trust that really made a difference in my life and allows me to do more of what I'm good at. And that's face-to-face negotiations and being with clients. That's where my strong points are. So, and then once that evolved, I then got a marketing person that helped me with social media and those aspects. Again, things I don't enjoy, I learned that they're important. So, and then I also hired a business coach. And I would say that for me has been the most important because it keeps me on track and helps me commit to things again that I don't want to do. Meaning, for example, as my parents got older and I'm from the East Coast, traveling to the East Coast takes a lot of time. So I had worked with my coach and we came up with a whole, basically, what does Rachel do with her business? So if I needed to go back and help my parents at any time, I could have Tana, my playbook, which was very arduous and tedious, but it was so nice to have it completed. And then she makes me commit to my top 50. I'm a referral. My business comes from referrals and I know it, and we track where that comes from and how to expand it. So having a business coach is really helped me continue to grow my business where I would get lazy and just keep doing what I'm doing. So I would say my business coach, the cleaners, the lawn guy, advertising, and a TC are what keeps me running at the level that I do. And have an amazing life.
And how about for you?
I think we could all follow that example. All we
Be happy.
I have a ton of support from my husband. And I think just really time management for me when my kids were little, being able to take action when they were super, when they were busy, that was when I was super busy. Yeah, I don't know if I have a lot to add.
For me, I'm right there with you, Rachel. So I hire somebody to come and clean the house a couple times a month. And another aspect of it is I'm moving here in the next week, and I hire a girl to pack me, like to pack everything up. And this is my third house in 3 years, and so this is the third time that she's packed me, and then she'll unpack me at the new house. And so, so I will gladly pay her $25 an hour to pack my stuff so that I can focus on other things. I live in a townhome right now. I will be going to a single family home, so I too will be hiring somebody to, take care of the lawn and things like that. I'm a single mom, so there's not a man of the house, so to speak, to do that. Although I will probably get my son involved as well. And then as far as the business side of it, we know that showing homes takes a lot of time, and I will hire a showing assistant and I will have them show the homes. When I am meeting with a client right out of the gate, I set the expectation that you are hiring me for negotiating skills, writing offers for you, getting you the best deal possible. Not to run around town opening doors. So I set the expectation right up front that, most of the time there's gonna be somebody else showing you the homes. Unless that client specifically asks for me, I'll, make it happen. And then we also have, I'm on a team and we have two incredible TCs, one on the listing side, one on the buy side. And I couldn't do what I do without them, for sure.
So Jenny, how about you? What leverage do you have in your business and in your life?
So it's really a lot of everything that they said. I do have someone come in and help me do the cleaning, and I really need to hire someone again for the yard because I'm keep adding flower beds. But that's also my joy. I love that very much. And I have a really supportive husband. The other thing that I do to help me with leverage is I have two offices. So I have an office here and I have a really beautiful, inspiring office at my home. And that's important to me that my office feels inspiring so that I want to show up for work even when it's just right off the kitchen. So I feel like that's really great leverage. I also have always been very blessed to have a TC from the beginning. So I don't really know how to function without one because I've never done a transaction all the way by itself, like, A to Z without that. So I think just leverage and just baby steps. So like whatever you're just getting started, or if you've been doing it a long time. I know it's scary to spend money, but it literally will make you more money to spend money to leverage yourself. So just take the leap and say you're wrong.
I was gonna say, so in the beginning, if you're nervous about hiring help, this is what I did. I came from a family that did everything on their own, meaning I wouldn't even go there, but everything. What I would do is if the cleaners came, because I have a home office and always have it. I said, okay, if the cleaners are coming, I'm going to stay in my office and I'm going to work. Meaning I don't get to go ride my bike while the cleaners are there. I actually would, and I still do to this day, and they've been with me for probably 15 years. When they come, I open the door, she always gives me a big hug, and then I'm in my office and I don't come out while they're there. They're pretty fast, so I don't have to stay there too long, but that was the goal that I did. Anybody that I hired in wasn't for me to go goof off, because I'm really good at that part. But if I was going to pay someone, that meant that I was using my time where I'm productive, where I make my money. So that was kind of, if you're nervous about it, that's how I justified it. Now I don't even have to justify it. I'm like, well, they're coming. So that's like, if you need an intro into like a TC or any type of personal help, that's a great way to convince yourself it's okay.
Anything that we haven't covered, any final thoughts that you think are important to share with you?
I just think asking other people that are doing what you're wanting to do, because I've learned so much from these three ladies and this one a lot. It's super cliche, it takes a village, but it takes a village. And so like, we just can't do it all on our own. So just lean on your village and ask, because it's not much.
And I would say for any parent with children, it's okay to have your kids see you work. My kids have been, and also too, depending on your personality, your clients are going to grow to love. Best way to example of this is I have some clients and there's 4 brothers and their parents, and they are a Greek family. And I was at the pool with my boys, my client called, they're like, we want to see this duplex. They said, Chris, I'm in my swimsuit with 2 little boys. He's like, we don't care. My 2 boys ended up in a fist fight on the front lawn. And that's family. We still joke about it. And it's become this enduring thing. I mean, they were like 3 and 5, and it was like a bloody bath out front. And we come out and we're laughing about it, and we still laugh about it. And his father's passed away. And so you can grow with your clients and let them see you be human. I always tell a client, if I'm not going to show up professionally dressed, this is what I'm doing. I'm happy to come meet you and set the expectation of what you're going to look at, because sometimes being a mom or a dad or an uncle who's taking care of kids, it's messy and it's not always pretty, but it makes you human as well.
So don't be afraid to share that aspect, and it's become much easier. When I was first in business, your kids were not to be seen nor heard. I hid in closets to keep business people from. It happened, but now with COVID, like everybody accepts your children, so it's much easier. I would again, make sure you're always professional if you do have your children, but there's sometimes when your kids have to come along, and it's great for them to see you work.
Yeah, my oldest daughter is now 25 and she's the director of sales for a company in Florida. And she was updating me recently about what she was working on with her team, and she said, you know, do you remember, Mom, when you were working on this goal? And so you pulled each of us aside and asked us, when I accomplish this, what would you like? Is there somewhere you want to go? Is there something that we could have as a family that you would be really excited about? And then she said, I saw in your office, you had pictures of those things. I said, well, yeah, that's because I could buy the things that I wanted, and I was really struggling to stay motivated to hit this next goal. But if I looked at those pictures and I knew that I wasn't going to do that until we hit this goal, I then had a bigger why. And it got them that they were invested in the vision as well. And I'd completely forgotten about it. It was really just, it was a trick to help me get over my procrastination, but it obviously had lasting impact on her, that now all of these, I mean, we're probably 10, 15 years later that she's using that in her business, and that's become something that she's sharing with her too.
For me, I would just say progress, not perfection. That's been a huge lesson for me, just through these years of this real estate journey. I oftentimes have to remind myself that I am human. I am a strong human, but I seek for progress, not perfection. Because if all you're looking for is perfection, you're just gonna be sad all the time. So just looking for that 1%, those 2 millimeters of progress.
Thank you for your generosity of time, and I know that you all have a lot going on, and so it means a lot to me that you're here and so willing to share with all of us. And thank you all for being here, and Zoom land for being on. For those of you who are here in person, we have lunch in the kitchen. Have a great week.
Sign up sheets on that back table.
Thank you.
So